Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive deep into the explosive drama unfolding in the Monday, August 18, 2025 episode, where punches fly, moral crossroads emerge, and secret missions heat up in unexpected ways. Let's kick things off with the ever-resourceful Jason Morgan, who's on a high-stakes quest to track down the elusive Britt Westburn. As Sonny Corinthos' trusted enforcer, Jason has already secured a reservation at the luxurious Five Poppies Resort in Croatia, a picturesque hideaway known for its stunning coastal views and discreet VIP services. During a tense phone call to confirm his booking, Jason caught a faint but unmistakable snippet of Britt's voice in the background, fueling his determination to bring her back safely. Upon arrival, Jason plans to operate under the radar, blending into the resort's elegant crowds while scanning for any signs of his target. But here's where things get complicated. Rumors swirl that Vaughn, the shadowy operative with a mysterious agenda, and the fiery Jocelyn Jacks are also lurking at the Five Poppies on their own covert operation. Jocelyn, with her sharp instincts and personal stakes, might cross paths with Jason, adding layers of tension to this international intrigue. Adding to the suspense, even if Jason manages to confront Britt face to face, she could very well resist returning home with him. This hesitation ties directly into her ongoing struggles with a rare medication regimen that's been keeping her off the grid, perhaps involving experimental treatments that have altered her perspective on life in Port Charles. Imagine the emotional showdown: Jason, the stoic protector, pleading with Britt amid the resort's opulent gardens, only for her to reveal hidden fears about her health and the dangers awaiting her back home. Meanwhile, as Jason navigates this rescue endeavor across the seas, his goddaughter Jocelyn grows increasingly agitated. As a dedicated WSB agent, Jocelyn's frustration boils over upon glimpsing Britt alive and seemingly thriving, pushing her to demand answers that could unravel long-buried secrets and alliances. Shifting gears to the scheming world of Cain, the episode promises more of his calculated maneuvers that keep fans on the edge of their seats. Drew is laser-focused on uprooting his life by relocating himself and his daughter's scout quartermain to the bustling political hub of Washington, D.C., where he envisions new opportunities in government consulting or perhaps even a fresh start, away from Port Charles' endless drama. But Drew isn't stopping there. He's juggling multiple plots designed to sideline or sabotage anyone who dares to obstruct his path, including old rivals and unexpected allies. In a bold move, Drew turns his manipulative tactics toward Michael Corinthos, perhaps dangling business incentives or family leverage to sway him. However, the real shocker comes in a gripping preview clip where Drew takes a brutal punch straight to the face, leaving him reeling in shock. The identity of the assailant remains a tantalizing mystery. Could it be a betrayed family member, like Michael himself, or maybe an outsider with a grudge? This violent twist adds a raw, physical edge to Drew's web of deceit, forcing viewers to speculate wildly about motives and repercussions. Will this altercation expose cracks in Drew's armor, or will it only harden his resolve to push forward with his ambitious plans? Now, let's explore the ethical tightrope walked by Isaiah Gannon, the skilled surgeon whose conscience is put to the test in this episode. Isaiah finds himself entangled in a profound moral dilemma, one that could redefine his role in Port Charles' intricate web of relationships. He opens up about his inner turmoil during a heartfelt conversation with the wise and empathetic Felicia Scorpio, who advises him to step back and avoid getting involved, warning of the potential fallout. Yet, Isaiah wrestles with this suggestion, his sense of duty clashing with the risks at hand. Perhaps it involves a patient's confidential case, or a hidden family secret that demands intervention. Inventing a fresh layer here, imagine Isaiah reflecting on his past experiences as a doctor in high-pressure environments, drawing parallels to this current crisis that might involve life-altering decisions. For someone close to him, his hesitation isn't just personal. It could ripple out to affect the hospital's dynamics, testing loyalties and professional boundaries in ways that keep the audience hooked. Elsewhere in Port Charles, emotional reckonings abound. Justine Turner steps up with a direct, face-to-face apology to the formidable Sonny Corinthos, a moment charged with vulnerability and potential forgiveness. This encounter might stem from past betrayals or misunderstandings, with Justine laying bare her regrets in a dimly lit coffee shop, hoping to mend fences before tensions escalate further. Adding inventive depth, perhaps Sonny's reaction reveals a softer side, influenced by recent events that have him questioning his own circle of trust. On another front, Trina Robinson presses her mother, Portia Robinson, to come clean with the truth about a lingering family secret. Trina's insistence could stem from overheard whispers or unearthed evidence, building to a confrontation that exposes raw emotions and tests their bond. Picture Trina, with her youthful determination, cornering Portia in their cozy home, demanding honesty that might involve hidden paternity issues or long-buried scandals. The episode also spotlights some peculiar interactions that hint at deeper mysteries. Jordan Ashford's recent chat with Anna Devane raises eyebrows, as Jordan unusually boasts about her financial gains from a side venture, which feels out of character for the typically grounded deputy mayor. This bravado contrasts sharply with the version of events she shares with Curtis Ashford, spinning a completely different narrative that leaves fans puzzled about her true intentions. In a teaser clip, Jordan teases Curtis with the line that she's saved the best for last during his inspection visit, suggesting she's uncovered something monumental, perhaps incriminating evidence, or a game-changing clue in an ongoing investigation. To expand creatively, this could tie into a larger conspiracy involving city funds or undercover operations, with Jordan playing a double game that adds suspenseful intrigue to her arc. Finally, don't miss the fiery clash between Stella Henry and Tracy Quartermaine, two powerhouses whose confrontation is sure to spark fireworks. Stella, with her no-nonsense wisdom and family-first attitude, goes head-to-head with the cunning Tracy over matters that could involve Quartermaine family assets or personal vendettas, inventing new elements. Envision Stella accusing Tracy of meddling in affairs that affect the younger generation, leading to a verbal sparring match in the Quartermaine mansion's grand living room, where barbs fly and alliances are questioned. This showdown not only heightens the drama, but also sets the stage for future episodes, filled with repercussions. Next, we will uncover the mounting signs that Cain Quartermaine might finally be on his way out of Port Charles, dragging his daughter Scout along for a hasty escape to Washington, D.C. But will this controversial exit truly come to pass? Diving right into the heart of the drama, Cain Quartermaine appears poised to uproot his entire existence by whisking himself and young Scout Cain straight to the nation's capital without a moment's hesitation. This impulsive relocation scheme has ignited a firestorm among fans, who are buzzing with speculation that actor Cameron Matheson's stint on General Hospital could be wrapping up, potentially granting the long-desired wish of seeing Drew vanish from the canvas. We're peeling back the layers on how Drew intends to sever Scout's ties to her extended family in Port Charles, isolating her in a new city far from the familiar faces and chaos she's known. But the big question looms: is this bold move actually destined to happen? Or will unforeseen twists keep Drew entangled in the town's web of scandals? To add a fresh twist, imagine Drew scouting high-end DC apartments online, envisioning a life of political intrigue and power lunches, all while ignoring Scout's innocent pleas for stability amid her grief-stricken world. Let's break down the glaring red flags signaling that Congressman Drew, often dubbed Cutthroat for his ruthless tactics, might be heading for the exit door. The most blatant indicator is the widespread disdain for Drew within the show's universe, and among the passionate GH fandom. Virtually every character in Port Charles views him with contempt, and a huge swath of viewers echoes that sentiment, eagerly anticipating Cameron Matheson's departure to pursue his thriving career in hosting gigs and Hallmark movies. Many fans are crossing their fingers for a dramatic send-off, perhaps positioning Drew as the unfortunate victim in a gripping murder mystery that ties up his loose ends once and for all, inventing an extra layer of intrigue. Picture underground fan forums exploding with theories, some even suggesting Drew's demise could involve a poisoned cocktail at a high society gala, blending his political ambitions with fatal consequences. After all, Scout's father has spiraled into increasingly despicable territory, alienating everyone in his orbit with no signs of redemption on the horizon. Delving deeper into Drew's catalog of misdeeds, it's no wonder hatred for him runs so deep, as actions have systematically dismantled lives, starting with the utter destruction of Willow Tate's marriage to Michael Corinthos. From that explosive fallout, Drew has relentlessly manipulated and deceived Willow, weaving a tapestry of lies that show no mercy. Among his sleaziest maneuvers, he secretly bribed a staffer at a prestigious burn clinic in Germany to fabricate a story that Michael had callously refused to visit her during her recovery, painting his own brother as heartless. To heighten the villainy, Drew didn't stop there. He inflicted emotional scars on young wily Corinthos by spewing venomous accusations within the child's hearing, leaving the boy haunted by overheard family feuds. Expanding creatively, Envision Wiley having nightmares about those harsh words, prompting concerned therapy sessions that further expose Drew's toxic influence on the next generation. On top of that, Drew hatched a sinister plot to frame Michael as a hopeless opioid addict, aiming to strip him of custody and credibility. His blackmail spree has ensnared multiple victims. He strong-armed Nina Reeves with damning secrets about her past indiscretions, coerced Portia Robinson by threatening her medical career over hidden family truths, extorted Curtis Ashford with leverage from their shared Aurora media dealings, and now he's zeroing in on Stella Henry, perhaps using her community ties against her in a bid for more power. This endless parade of underhanded schemes paints Drew as the ultimate antagonist, whose moral compass is irreparably broken. Shifting focus to the family turmoil involving Scout Cain, Danny Morgan, and the broader Port Charles clan, the latest episodes have amplified the chaos. This week, Drew crossed an unforgivable line by insisting that Detective Harrison Chase slap handcuffs on teenager Danny Morgan for the crime of escorting his little sister Scout from summer camp to the Quartermain mansion at her own request. Scout, craving connection with her relatives, had begged Danny to facilitate the visit, yet Drew escalated it into a full-blown vendetta, demanding the arrest right in front of horrified onlookers like Jason Morgan and Alexis Davis. Both were stunned by the overreach, and fans are undoubtedly seething at this display of pettiness. Even Chase, sensing the personal grudge fueling Drew's rage, firmly rejected the idea, recognizing it as nothing more than a vengeful power play to invent a new element. Consider how this incident sparks a viral social media backlash in the show's universe, with Port Charles residents tweeting "Free Danny" to rally against Drew's authoritarian streak. Moreover, Scout's plea stemmed from her loneliness. Drew frequently abandons her with nannies while he's off, wheeling and dealing in Congress or plotting his next scheme. Although Chase declined to arrest Danny, he issued a stern warning to the teen. Had the camp dialed emergency services, another officer might have pulled him over, leading to a far grimmer outcome since Danny had whisked Scout away without proper checkout procedures or parental consent. What truly amplified the outrage was Drew's chilling exchange with Alexis Davis, who gently reminded him that the late Sam McCall would have cherished Scout, spending time with her brother Danny and the rest of the family. Drew's response was as cold as ice, bluntly declaring that Sam's death left him as the sole decision-maker, effectively erasing her wishes from the equation. This heartless reminder reopened wounds for Alexis, who is still grieving the daughter she lost to murder just last year. Adding inventive depth, picture Alexis clutching a cherished photo of Sam during this confrontation, her eyes welling with tears as Drew's words echo the finality of her profound loss. Sinking to new depths, Drew then forbade Alexis, Danny, and the entire family from any future contact with Scout. Leaving Alexis devastated, Scout represents the last tangible link to Sam, a precious remnant of her daughter's spirit that Drew is cruelly snatching away. Building on this week's developments, Drew announced his intention to fast-track the move to DC, with Scout disregarding her desires entirely in his rush to flee. This declaration serves as yet another glaring red flag, especially evident in Alexis's murderous glare as Drew stormed off after issuing his bans. Let's not forget Alexis's history of taking drastic action. She's no stranger to vigilante justice, having eliminated Luz Alcazar for his role in her sister's death, and deliberately running down the abuser tormenting Christina Corinthos Davis. Inventing a speculative twist, perhaps Alexis begins quietly plotting her own countermove, consulting old allies like Diane Miller for legal loopholes to challenge Drew's custody claims. Compounding these signals is the timing. This week marks the 4th anniversary of Cameron Matheson's debut as the recast Drew on ABC's General Hospital. Exits often align with such milestones, coinciding with contract expirations that typically span 1 to 3 years, sometimes with renewal options. Fans are theorizing that this anniversary could herald a recast or, better yet, a permanent farewell, freeing up storylines for more beloved characters. Next, we will delve into the chilling plot hatched by the cunning Jen Sidwell to ensnare Sonny Corinthos in a fabricated bribery scandal tied to Michael Corinthos' heated custody battle, sparking waves of anxiety among fans about the potential downfall of Port Charles's most formidable kingpin. Kicking off with the core of this devious intrigue, Jen Sidwell has orchestrated a masterful frame job aimed at portraying Sonny Corinthos as the corrupt mastermind behind a bribe to influence the judge overseeing Michael's fierce custody fight for his children, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, by funneling an untraceable sum into the judge's private account. Sidwell has crafted the illusion of Sonny's desperate interference, a move that could shatter the mob boss's carefully built empire and drive an irreparable wedge between him and his son Michael. Fans are buzzing with dread, imagining the heartbreak if Michael discovers this supposed betrayal, as he would view it as an unforgivable sabotage in his ongoing war against Willow Corinthos for parental rights. To invent a fresh layer of suspense, picture Sidwell smirking from his shadowy lair, monitoring encrypted bank logs that mimic Sonny's financial fingerprints, perhaps even planting forged emails to solidify the ruse. This scheme dangles like a sword over Sonny's head, compelling him to bend to Sidwell's whims or face total exposure, leaving viewers to ponder whether this marks the twilight of Sonny's iron-fisted rule, or a pivotal moment where he unleashes a clever counterstrike to reclaim control. Building on this explosive revelation, Sidwell's ploy has ignited a firestorm of speculation within the GH community, with many fearing it could permanently fracture the already fragile father-son bond between Sonny and Michael. The latest twist unveils a meticulously planted deposit, engineered to appear as Sonny's underhanded bid to tip the scales in Michael's custody showdown with Willow, trapping Sonny in an inescapable bin deal to Sidwell's escalating demands, or risk Michael learning of the bribe and turning his back forever. Reflecting on Sonny's storied past, fans reminisce about his uncanny ability to evade even the gravest accusations, like slipping through murder raps with his signature blend of charm and intimidation. But Sidwell's foresight in covering every digital trail makes this threat feel perilously real and foreboding. Adding an inventive element, envision Sonny pacing his dimly lit penthouse, staring at incriminating bank statements that arrived anonymously, his mind racing through memories of past triumphs, while questioning if this adversary's tech-savvy edge might finally outpace his street-smart instincts. The ominous atmosphere has everyone asking, will Sonny devise a way to flip the script on Sidwell? Or is this the catalyst that crumbles his long-standing dominion over Port Charles? As the pressure mounts, Sonny finds himself backed into a corner by Sidwell's relentless blackmail, soon facing a heart-wrenching decision that could redefine his legacy. The looming threat of Sidwell leaking the bribery evidence not only jeopardizes Sonny's freedom, but could directly sabotage Michael's chances of retaining custody, painting Sonny as the villain who'd stoop to illegal tactics, and earning Michael's eternal resentment. In this high-stakes dilemma, we can't overlook the possibility of Sonny rallying allies like the tech whiz Damian Spinelli, who might deploy his hacking prowess to reverse-engineer the deposit's origins, tracing it back to Sidwell's hidden offshore accounts. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer, ever the fierce ex-wife and confidant, could push Sonny toward outright rebellion, her fiery pep talks urging him to fight dirty rather than submit, though even she might harbor doubts about whether Sonny could have crossed that line. In a moment of paternal desperation, to expand creatively, imagine a tense late-night meeting at the Metro Court, where Carly sips a martini and probes Sonny's alibi, her loyalty tested as whispers of doubt creep in from mutual friends. On another front, Dante Falconeri, Sonny's cop-son, grapples with growing apprehension that his father's predicament might erupt into a cycle of brutal retaliation, potentially dragging the family into a vortex of mob warfare and legal nightmares. The burning question persists, can Sonny outmaneuver this formidable foe, or will the cost be the irreversible loss of Michael's trust and affection? With Sidwell's noose tightening around Sonny's neck, the urgency escalates as time runs short for the mobster to dismantle the frame-up. Before it leads to his utter destruction, Sonny must navigate a razor-thin path to safeguard both Michael's unwavering faith and the foundations of his criminal empire. But Sidwell's airtight scheme looms as a potential death knell. Fans are left pondering if Sonny can summon the cunning to expose the truth, perhaps by forging unlikely alliances or uncovering Sidwell's own vulnerabilities, or if this elaborate trap will force him into a corner with no escape. Inventing a new dimension, consider Sonny enlisting a shadowy informant from his international network, someone with insider knowledge of Sidwell's operations, leading to a clandestine operation in a foggy warehouse, where digital forensics reveal the plot's weak links. Yet, as we've witnessed similar high-wire acts unfold countless times, in General Hospital's rich history from dodged indictments to triumphant reversals, sobering truth hits home. Neither Sonny nor the iconic Maurice Bernard can defy the narrative forever, prompting whispers that this could signal the start of his gradual fade from the Port Charles spotlight. Wrapping up this whirlwind of speculation, the fanbase is on edge, debating if Sidwell's machinations herald the beginning of Sonny's exit from the GH canvas, a move that would reshape the show's dynamics after decades of his commanding presence. Could this be the storyline that ushers in a new era without the dimpled Don? Or will Sonny rise phoenix-like once more? As the drama intensifies, one thing's certain: Port Charles will never be the same. Stay locked in with us for more pulse-pounding updates. And share your theories in the comments. Do you think Sonny's empire is truly at risk?